win, lose, or drop, man. We win this game, we win it. If we don't, I'm out because they just holding me for some reason. I don't know. They make the computer play like gods.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers' speedy running back. He was incredible a week ago with nearly 300 yards. It's the Panthers and the Broncos. All that and more
Go
coming up
Carolina.
next on EA
Y'all see my hat? Y'all see
Sports.
my shirt?
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 3 and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther Ball Club as they interplay here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together.
Oh, Madden be crazy,
against the world
man.
mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And they got Sam Donald. Of course, I let him go. And no need to have him. I got that quarterback out the draft. That number 13 quarterback I got him out the draft the first year. And he started off at like a 71, 69, and I built him up.
I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting the opponents on the ground.
He would have picked that if that was me throwing that, though.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
I was using my customized controller with the paddles on the back. I had to switch to my red controller.
Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And getting this just shy of midfield, spotted at the 49. First down, they'll go to the ground tonight. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. Thompson fakes a handoff. Now they throw it.
Hey, why is he throwing it like that, bro? I don't get it.
And the Broncos are going to take over here.
I gotta learn how to fucking throw, man. This shit
Position
irritating, bro.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. His throw incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. And this unit, very tough to go against, currently second best in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit.
They won't get nothing off of my defense. You know that for a fact. No plan with them, man.
Just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they down like a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
What the? Yeah, what a guy.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you. A huge thank you. He said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Here's second and 10. Now it's Thompson.
Hey, why is that overthrown, though? Why is that overthrown, though? I don't get that.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10. Thompson looking to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a second and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down.
Yeah, he got it.
We kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now they turn to Thompson to throw it. Flushed out right. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. After the run for it, the decision of picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Thompson. Escaping the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
3rd and long, Thompson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal from the 3. Thompson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tommy Tremble. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos about set to go on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And they don't...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, the competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw the first one of this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Now Sanders. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And they will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and he hoped to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an O.
That's my English teacher right there.
And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off the play fake, it's Thompson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Panthers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Thompson going to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Thompson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
I had to be my controller, bro. If you come on way better, like, I don't know. I gotta get the analog fix. That's my Call of Duty controller.
Was able to cap things off with a touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. back to throw, Darnold. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw taken in by Sutton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Darnold on first down. Open man, and again it's Sutton. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll...
Oh, Madden. See, read it. The simulation mode is the hardest one. I used to play on competitive, but see, it say no injuries, damper fatigue. See, that's kind of cheating.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people in front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold. And that is incomplete here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Thompson now. He's got a man. That's Marshall. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now Thompson. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he makes it past the 50. So 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
And he'll be brought down at about 42. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Thompson now on the bootleg. Out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Ready. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Ready. Now Thompson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Play action here. Thompson rolling to his right. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Okay, right. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Come on, 38. Blue strike. Steel, black. Green jack. Looking to throw. Thompson. Open man. This is Lewis. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe put on my jersey and my hat just to
because
go
usually
crazy.
Rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. To the air again, Darnold. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Chris Olave, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs
at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
First down. Here's Thompson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Back to the air on second down, Thompson. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On first down, it's Darnold. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out.
Damn, I messed that sack up, man.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability. And they showed it on that last play.
The give is to McLaughlin. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Akers will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
To throw is Darnold. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown
That
originally.
wasn't a
This will
catch,
stay a
man. I'm
touchdown
sorry.
after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And taken down just shy of the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Let's go.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down throw for Thompson. That's to Marshall on the quick slant. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Thompson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 2nd down and 6 now. Now it's Thompson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Thompson. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Darnold now to throw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And Sanders now to return. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Thompson. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Thompson going play action here. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And he fields it cleanly. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Denver's offense now set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 17-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Darnold from the red zone now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Shaq Thompson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They're all over the field. Doesn't matter if they're through it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. York able to send this one through,
and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep.
Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Chark, 72 yards.
And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Piniero's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Piniero to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Darnold.
And this one complete again to Mims.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Here's Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Darnold. That is caught. And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. 2nd and 10. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 58 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The offense on third down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. And it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to go back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Off the play fake, it's Thompson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
4th down, Thompson going for it.
Staying on his feet. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of McLaughlin.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Darnold. That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Darnold.
And he comes back with one complete.
This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Darnold to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here it is. 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Akers.
Fights him off. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
Here's Darnold.
Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Darnold.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Third and long. Thompson buying time to his left. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. Now Thompson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So a win here for the Panthers, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, sometimes you just have those games where everything's clicking, and this was one of those days. He wound up with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. He was large and in charge all day long.
So for the Panthers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis.
It's week 4 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Chiefs and the Panthers coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's week 4. We've got what should be a great one here as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams
taking it right down Broadway. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And it's caught. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Miles Sanders now to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Thompson looking to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and Nelson's space to operate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 104 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for. And it's third and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They interplay one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Thompson. Flushed out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Hands it off out of the gun. Powers past him at the 5. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Thompson going to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And the officials here
Going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards that time for number 19. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Thompson going to throw again on 2nd down.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for...
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. As they've got it as we resume action.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Thompson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out right at the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And space tough to come by there. So get maybe a yard to the 37. They work now on 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's Thompson.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever.
Thompson out of the shotgun here.
They got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Ready?
First down, Thompson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
On the ball. On the ball. Yellow.
Looking to throw, Thompson. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. First down, here's Thompson. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Thompson. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown. Ian Thomas. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Mahomes to throw once more. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now Thompson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, oh, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Noah Gray.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Thompson.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now it's Thompson.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective.
Travis Kelce
down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Thompson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And it's fielded at the 34. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September.
We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans.
And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter.
2 touchdowns there for Bijan Robinson.
From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. James Cook, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He was on point repeatedly, ultimately finishing with 4 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters alone. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Thompson now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he's able to get it back to right around 27.